Hello and welcome to the Rays of Hope this week, and we're glad that you have joined us. I am Lucy Waweru and welcoming you to this Health Week. In the Presbyterian Church of East Africa, this happens to be the Health Week, and we are glad, to have this opportunity to discuss a very, very important matter, and that is mental health and the church. Mental health and the church. And today, we're very glad that one of the leading psychiatrists in this country has joined us. Actually, she's a leading consultant psychiatrist in this land, and her name is Dr. Catherine Siengo Mutisia. And just to let you know that in the year 2014 and 2010, she was nominated as one of the influential women on the top 40 under 40 in the Business Daily Africa. Now, this is the kind of a person we have today, and of course, she's been a leader in many fronts. She's in many panels. She's in many, committees in this land. She is an expert in this area, and we're happy to have her. And just remember that you can continue streaming on CAC TV Kenya on YouTube and CAC TV Kenya on Facebook. So, karibu sana daktari, and karibu sana our viewer. Daktari, it's so good to have you on board, and thank you for creating time out of your very, very busy schedules to be with us on this show. And I would like you to just say hello to the viewer and just introduce yourself a little bit. What you do, who you are. Yeah, karibu.
My name is Dr. Catherine Mutisia. I'm a psychologist working with people with mental health problems, preventing mental disorders, promoting mental health, and basically improving people's well-being.
Well, thank you very much. We are learning. Now, could you kindly give us an overview of the mental health situation in the country, and more so during this COVID-19 pandemic season, which we know obviously has not been very easy for many people?
Mental health problems have been with us, and we know that 1 in every 4 people suffered a mental condition in their life. And when the COVID period came, we know that many people have lost their livelihood, incomes have been lost, jobs have been lost, businesses are closing down. So we find that mental health problems are now on the increase. We have also seen a lot of substance use, alcohol, cannabis, mirror, as people try and cope with the situation. We've also seen those who have already had a pre-existing mental condition needing more care because of the reduction of social contact, which has been brought by the COVID-19 pandemic.
And now, Daktari, now that we all go through situations, crisis and all that, what are the signs of mental sickness? Or rather, what should one look for that raises the red flag?
When we are talking of mental health problems, we look at how you feel. Are you sad? Are you happy? Are you excited? And more so, if there's a change from somebody who used to be more outgoing to becoming more isolated. We also look at how you behave. Change of behavior is one of the telltale signs. And again, how you talk. Basically, we know that you talk what is in your mind. So the things you're saying can help us understand your thoughts and what is in your mind. So basically, a change of how you feel, a change of behavior, and a change of your speech and thought can be an indicator that something is not well. Again, when it's severe, we see that relations are affected, your social relations, either at home or at work, and also if you're working, your work will be affected, and if it's a student in school or college, their schoolwork will also be affected.
Daktari, we are talking about mental health and the church. And perhaps it's not very clear to all of us or to many of us what mental health is all about. And it would also help for you to tell us the different categories there are when it comes to mental issues?
Okay. We cannot talk about mental illness before we define what is good mental health. So when you have good mental health, you are able to realize your potential. So like if you're a pastor or you're a minister, you're able to deliver your work. And if you're a teacher, if you're a doctor, you're able to deliver your work. So are you able to realize your potential? Are you able to deal with day-to-day pressure? Because we all know that life is up and down. So if you're not able to help in the community by whichever way, whether it's volunteering, whether it's being employed to work, or whether it's business to help people meet their needs, every one of us should be having a purpose and should be able to contribute to the community. Now, when you move from good mental health, you start having mental health problems where you feel you're stressed out, you can't cope. And when you're talking of mental illnesses, there are several mental illnesses, starting with the common one, anxiety, excessive worry, then followed by depression, where you feel sad, you feel you're not worthy, you feel that you're hopeless. That's also another mental health condition. Then we also have conditions brought about by alcohol and other drug abuse. We have severe mental illnesses like schizophrenia, where that is what people would call madness, where somebody has lost touch with the reality, they behave abnormally, and they seem to hear voices you can't hear or see things you can't see. Then we also have bipolar mood disorder, where as much as we are talking of depression where the mood is low, somebody with bipolar mood disorder will tend to have episodes of high mood where they lose inhibition, they will behave like they are drunk, they will overspend, they might become hypersexual, they might be grandiose, they say like they want so much wealth, they are the president, even when they are not. So that is called grandiosity. We also have disorders which are diagnosable in childhood, like lack of attention, hyperactivity, conduct disorder, or in children who are oppositional to, they are not following rules and order. We also have other disorders like autism, which can be diagnosed by the time the child is at the age of speech, developing speech. So you might even discover that their milestones are slowed, their speech is not at par with ageless, they are obsessed with a particular toy, and they don't keep a eye contact, they don't socially relate well. Then we have also disorders of old age like Alzheimer's disease, dementia, where you will see memory loss progressively worsening. And we also have mental disorders which are contributed by other diseases. So, for example, if I have diabetes, I have cancer, I have HIV, all these other general medical conditions can also contribute to a mental health problem. So there are very many mental health problems, and the best thing is to watch out for change of behavior, change of how you feel, mood, and change of thought, which will be diagnosable through your speech. The things you're saying, you need to be optimistic, now you're no longer optimistic. So when all these things change, then it will be good to be assessed by a mental health provider, to be reassured whether you're okay or not, and if you're not okay, then you can be linked up for either therapy, treatment, or a combination of therapy and medicine, or even other more advanced treatment. So mental disorders are caused by various factors, beginning with the genetic predisposition. So you will find that in a certain family, they tend to have several members who are suffering from a particular mental illness. And that is usually confused as either witchcraft or raka, or sometimes people will interpret it to be spiritual warfare. This really is the genes you are carrying and the predisposition by the genes. And that's why it tends to run in the family. We also see stress and psychosocial stress also increasing mental illnesses. We also see substance abuse, things like cannabis, alcohol also contributing to mental illnesses. And we also have other mental illnesses which would be caused by other general medical conditions, like for example, hypothyroidism can cause depression, so a problem with your thyroid gland, a problem of your adrenal gland can also cause mental problems, diabetes can cause mental problems, and so that's why as a therapist, as a doctor, to also be able to understand what is the cause of this mental disorder. Is it something that can be removed, or is it a mental illness which will need treatment for life? So basically, mental illnesses are caused by multiple factors, and you can't just pinpoint one. There are some you can improve on. For example, psychological issues, by giving young people social skills on how to deal with problems, on how to relate socially, how to solve their problems. You actually equip them to be able to deal with stress in life. But genetic predisposition, you may not change, but that's why we have to look at the factors which you can modify, and then for the ones we can't change, then there's also something we call secondary prevention, where you identify the illness as early as possible and treat it as early as possible so that you don't get complications. Yes.
Now that we have heard about the red flags and what to look for, to look out for, Daktari, could you now help us see what we should do in order to protect ourselves from mental sickness? Is there a way we can actually protect ourselves?
We say there's no health without mental health, and likewise, you can't have good mental health if your physical health is not good. So basically, we have to take care of our body, take care of our nutrition, what we take, exercise, and make sure that we watch out our health. Some of the disorders because of the thoughts we entertain in our mind. So watch out for those thoughts, and exercise, eat well, and above all, learn how to take breaks, learn how to relax, learn social skills, how to solve problems, how to look for help when you need help, how to be assertive when you are at work and at home, so that you don't have people taking advantage of your nature. And basically, life skills in young people, avoid substances of abuse like alcohol and other drugs of abuse, live a healthy life, have social connectedness. Social support is very important, so it is key that we maintain through social bonds. So we are also having many youth suffering from mental disorders. Some of the commonest disorders are anxiety and depression and substance abuse. But again, there are some disorders which can occur at any age in your life. So we also find the older ones, older persons are also having mental problems. We also have a piece of depression in the elderly who may at times be neglected. So basically, the fact that we have more youth, we also seeing a lot of suicidal attempts and suicide among the young people and also among adults. So basically, everybody needs good mental health, and it's good for all of us to watch out on our mental health.
Wow, that's quite something. And I believe you're learning as much as I am learning. Now, it's time to take a short break because, we need to digest that just a little bit. But please don't go away because we will be right back to continue with this wonderful conversation.
When the law is broken,
hatuwezi kunyamaza.
The quest for justice is on course.
Stop killing us!
The Constitution is the mother of all.
I'm ready to fight for justice.
Open the door. Open and jail me also.
When there is a conflict, all eyes turn on the law.
I'll challenge the National Rally Commission. Kuja hapa site.
This tall building belonged to the family. He changed almost everything.
Kamati na waletwe mara moja kotini.
The oppressed want justice. The accused want justice.
Tuliachana na 1996 na mimi kwa Attorney General sijafanya ya sasa sikuwa nimekata.
Know your laws. We educate you on matters to do with law, justice and legal affairs.
Once an adoption order is given, that child becomes your child. It is not reversible.
Join me as we break down on the complex and simple laws.
If someone who sold that particular property to you was not the genuine owner, that transaction can be said to be a fraudulent transaction.
The application of the law doesn't select the rich or the poor. All want to unlearn and learn new laws.
Wakenya ni wapenda kazi na kila siku wako mbioni kuchapa kazi. Kipindi cha Kazi na Mali ni rafiki, swahiba na kipenzi cha wachapakazi wote. Si jua kali tu. Kilimo shambani.
Kusema kweli, nguruwe ni wazuri.
Madini ya protein kwa huyu snail iko juu sana.
Biashara sokoni. Wajasiriamali wa aina zote, sanaa, wasanii. Guess what? It is busy. Tunatembea nawe kila hatua ya uvumbuzi na ubunifu wako ili kujikimu na kukimu uchumi wa taifa. Kazi na Mali, sisi ndisi, CAK TV, hapa ndipo.
Welcome back to the Rays of Hope, and today we are discussing mental health and the church, and this is in the context of the Health Week in the Presbyterian Church of East Africa, a week dedicated to looking into the important matters of health. You know what? Our leadership, our everything is carried in our bodies. Now, we're not just the body, we are also soul, we are also mind. And today we focus on the mind. Because if something goes wrong with the mind, then we are not okay, and the other parts cannot work properly. That's why mental health, mental wellness is very, very crucial. We're glad you are here to learn with us. Now, Daktari, let's continue. Having heard about the definitions, what mental health is all about, the categories and all that, now please help us understand the role of friends, family, society, you know, the church in maintaining wellness in terms of mental health. What is our responsibility out here?
So the friends and family and the church and the community have a very big role in each one of us mental health. But I also need to state that each one of us has a responsibility for our health, to make sure we are doing our best to maintain our health, like things like exercise, eating healthy, taking breaks, making sure that you are engaged to contribute to the community and you have a purpose in life. These require also individual contribution. However, on the other hand, the community and the church and the neighborhood and family have a role to identify when a loved one's behavior is changing, when they feel sad, depressed, when they are not happy, or when their behavior changes and their thoughts change. So you might be the nearest person to notice there's something wrong with this person, and you need to start by engaging them, telling them, oh, I am concerned, I've seen this and these have noticed this, could there be a problem? And after you listen to the person, they might also discover that they don't feel well. Then you can seek help and seek assessment to be informed whether they are okay or not. The other bit would be things like parenting. And we know that many parents would just parent the way they are parented, and we know that with time you need to consciously be strategic with parenting, be there more frequent of being there with your children, teach them social skills, teach them life skills, and generally to also help those who are needy. When it comes to treatment, sometimes some mental illnesses, the person suffering from them cannot realize their sick. So you may need to be the first one to find out and discover there's something wrong, because we say mental illness does not cause physical pain, it's not a feeling you can see. So you might be the one to notice it and link the person to treatment. Mental health services are still very expensive, so we can help the community by either linking up to how to pay for basic things like even national insurance fund, national hospital insurance fund, insurance generally, so that we can be able to assess treatment. Then the church is where people will seek treatment when they are well fast. Because when somebody notices their loved one is not okay, in our community, most of the time we think it's either spiritual problems or it's a church, and they go to the church, either to the minister or the wahudumu wa kanisa. Then those are the people who will be the first responders to listen to this person who has problems and link them up. So the church can help by noticing who needs to be referred and referring them and making sure that they get the treatment they need. Social support is very important. Just listening to people, how they are feeling, how they are doing, and making sure that your sister ones with problems can be a very great help in preventing mental health problems.
Well, Daktari, this is the Rays of Hope program, and here we encourage, we inspire resilience, courage, and hope. Hence, the Rays of Hope. Now, what would you tell people going through mental challenges, who have, mental issues, or the friends and families of the affected, and especially during this difficult pandemic season?
Yes, first of all, I would want to begin by saying that mental problems are very common and that they are treatable. Many people shrug when they hear the word mental, and they imagine that for me to be suffering from a mental condition, I must be out there in the street naked, collecting garbage. That is one of the severest forms of mental illness, and we learn that this where is health is not taught early enough. So there are very many common mental problems, and we have people self-medicating with alcohol, with drugs, or even not spending all their time in a particular hobby to deal with the issues they are facing. So if you discover that you're not feeling well, you're not happy, it's the best thing is to be assessed. You could be told you're well or you're okay, which will be good. Or if there's a problem, then it can be sorted out. And there's hope that mental health problems are treatable. So let no one suffer in silence.
Daktari, you are a woman of faith. So we'd like to hear from you, what is the role of spirituality in mental wellness, in elevating the issues? Does spirituality have a place in all this?
Spirituality is very important in mental health because it will give you a purpose to know why you should live, why you should contribute to the community, why you are on earth in the first place. So it gives people purpose, and you know that when you pray, you remove the Lord in your heart and give it to a higher power, God, and believe that God is going to help you. So it helps in giving your purpose, and also knowing that your problems are not with you alone, they are shared by God. And the church also is a source of social support, where brethren can assist one another, can teach on each other when there are problems, and that role is very key. And when people have problems, even people are not usually church goers, they would go to church and pray about it and have help from the church. So again, the church is the place where people run to when there is problems, and we call them the first responders. So it would be good for the church members and the staff to be fit on how to help people with mental problems and link up for care. We something we call the psychological first aid, mental first aid, where you first reassure the person, listen to their problems, and link them up for help.
Now, Daktari, in this digital era, many people find it safe, find it easier and convenient to pour their hearts on social media. Because maybe they can hide behind their gadget and all that and just post. And we've seen cases that didn't end up very well because, you know, when you post it on social media, it's out there. And there are many jokers also, and there are people who don't take others seriously. And sometimes people have received the wrong advice. And to some extreme cases, it has led to even death. So what are the options that we have, you know, other than social media, when we feel under pressure and all this? What are the options that we have?
The one challenge with social media is for people comparing themselves. So if I post my best moments, then you look at my pictures and imagine that I never have low moments, then that will be, you might start comparing, and especially with the young people, and think that your life is miserable. But on the other hand, social media also has good information, especially when you are following a reputable, let's say, Twitter handle for information. It also has its own advantage. But when someone is troubled, social media is not the place to go to, because some people can even become bullies, and they start bullying them on social media. Go to the nearest healthcare provider, or go to the nearest, even if it's the church, they link you up. Even if it's school, go to the nearest teacher so that they can link you up. Listen, talk to somebody who can listen to your problems and try and give you solutions, and you brainstorm solutions with them, rather than opening it up to the social media, where you do not know where people are coming from. Some people will pick a story and run with it to gain publicity. They don't care whether it's negative publicity. And at the end of it, some people might get more hurt than they were before.
Now, Daktari, as we begin winding up, we are now coming to the end of the show, and we would want you to give a parting shot, a word to the society at this moment.
I would say that if we all join hands to create mental awareness and to link up people who need mental health care and to be supported socially, we would help promote people with mental health and to prevent suicide and to also prevent mental illnesses. So I call upon each one of us to connect with social support and to communicate on your problems, so that we don't suffer in silence, and also to live a healthy life, exercise, eat healthy, and remember the importance of social networks. And above all, pray and connect with God. Yes.
Wow. That has been an exciting episode, and very, very educative. I've learned a lot, and I believe you've learned also. Daktari, we must really thank you very, very much for taking time off your very busy schedule to be with us and to share your wisdom, the knowledge that you have, your experience. We are grateful, and we believe that when we call you again, you will be available as you've always been. Thank you very, very much. Now, dear viewer, we must bring this to an end, and I want to thank you so much for your time and for following this program. And we do believe that the things we share here can also be shared with others. You have family, you have friends. Together we can make our society better. We can ease the pain of others. And most importantly is that we know that God is there for us. So don't give up. Don't give up. Whether you're affected, by this mental sickness or whatever the case, or someone that is affected, let us keep hope alive. Whatever the case, keep hope alive. As we remember that our hope is founded in God, who changes not, who cares for us. And so we can remain resilient, we can remain courageous, we can remain hopeful. Until next time, take care and God bless you.